Love me some Liberty Bibberty. You feel me, dog?
Yeah, I feel you. It's pretty cool. Damn, there's 13 people in there already on Twitter.
Well, let's fucking do it.
Get ready for some Philly sports talk. Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, and the Birds.
He's an ass. Give him the ball. He's going to make plays.
Just shut up and enjoy the greatness.
There's a lot to unpack here.
And it makes you less happy, which is exactly what I want.
Let's do it. 3, 2. Philly!
Hello, everybody. Hello, Philadelphia. Welcome back once again to yet another edition of the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. As always, my name is Ryan Conway, and what the fuck is going on with the audio there? Are you guys hearing this horrendous echo that I'm getting right now? Because it's really killing me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this odd start to the episode. Right now. Started hearing my voice about 5 seconds delayed. I'm sure Ben Simmons' people had something to do with that. This, of course, is the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. As always, my name is Ryan Conway, and joining me here is my illustrious co-host and wartime consigliere, Sam Glavin. And, of course, we have our producer behind the glass, Seamus G, cooking up the highlights, making it happen for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot to talk about in the world of Philly sports. Well, really not that much, but some big topics themselves, of course, Sam. We're just going to just dive right into it. The rat is dead. He's long gone. We sent him up the river.
Good riddance.
Good fucking riddance, dude. Ben Simmons was traded, of course, for the one and only former NBA MVP, James Harden, Daryl Morey's long-lost son.
Let's go.
So happy they finally reunited after all these years.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen, Ryan. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I did not think it was going to happen. We were talking to Kevin about it, not the day before it happened.
Yeah.
And we were like, no shot. He's not going to get it done. And sure enough, Daryl, man, as much as we shit on him, he gets it done in the final hour, man. Like
he does it, man. He's a deal maker. That's what Josh Harris was looking for when he brought him here to Philadelphia, not just to sit on his hands, make the team, marginally better. He went ahead. He flipped. He basically turned Josh Richardson into James Harden, almost kind of in a way.
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean. Yeah,
obviously, it was, like you said, it was down to the wire. We were talking. Kevin said no go on this trade. Clearly nobody knew what was going on at any point. You had ESPN guys going back and forth with each other, saying completely opposite things, but finally, it came to fruition. We made it happen. James Harden is here in his Sixers uniform. He's not going to play for a couple weeks.
Why is that? I never got like a full explanation.
His hamstring.
No, relatable content.
he was sitting out for like a week in Brooklyn, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's just to get traded," which could be true. But go ahead. I don't even care if he misses these 2 games. Whatever. Philadelphia basketball does not exist until James Harden takes the floor for the 76ers. Am I wrong there, Sam?
No, I think you're fully right. I mean, I was really hoping that we could see him on that Tuesday, the Tuesday after that we got him.
Could have used him.
I could have. I definitely would have been more interested in that game if he was there. But yeah, definitely, Seamus. Yeah, I can definitely relate to the hamstring thing. That's no joke.
Yeah, man.
So I feel for him.
Real deal hammy shit going down. But hey, regardless, he's here now. He is now on the team with the Sixers, and we've seen him pretty much be, obviously it's early on. He's only been practicing, but he's been a model teammate. He's there helping Joel learn how to do that little double step back move he does. He's working on pull-up threes with Tyrese. He's making his presence felt on this roster and in this locker room very early on, which is pretty much everything that Nets fans said that he wasn't. They said that he's a quitter. They said that he's a loser. They said that he doesn't care about winning, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they have Kyrie Irving on their fucking roster. And it seems like a lot of misplaced anger from Brooklyn, from Kevin Durant, from everybody. Everyone's mad at James Harden when James Harden played the most games I believe, I don't have this number in front of me. I believe James Harden played more games for the Brooklyn Nets than anyone in that big 3, Kevin Durant included.
Well, it's interesting that they're placing all this anger on James Harden when we did the exact same thing with Ben Simmons, and now they have Ben Simmons, and we think he's a loser and a pussy and whatnot, and now he's all of a sudden he's the son again. He's fucking LeBron James reincarnated to the Brooklyn Nets fans, but we can get to that a little later.
Yeah. But you're right, man. It is a little ridiculous the hate that James Harden got on his way out of Brooklyn. I understand the frustration of Brooklyn fans having a guy not want to play for you. Trust me, we here in Philly know what that's like. We've seen that plenty of times in the history of Philadelphia. We saw it with Ben Simmons. We saw it with other players. We had guys not want to get on the plane when they got traded to Philadelphia. That's how bad it was even back in the day. So we understand what it's like to not have players want to play for you. But, man, it feels good to finally have a guy that wants to be here and a guy that wants to take the floor and actually play for the Sixers. And as far as I'm concerned, Sam, as far as I'm concerned, the Sixers right now are potentially the best team in the Eastern Conference. Potentially. We have to see what they do with James Harden on the floor. We have to see all the pieces end up fitting together. But even with DeMar DeRozan and the season he's having in Chicago, even with, Milwaukee on the rise, back, healthy, Cleveland with one of the best defensive front courts, Joel Embiid went ahead, dropped 40 on him. Like, this is a team that can win games with Joel Embiid and nobody else. We've been doing it all season long. But now that we have two bona fide superstars, it improves our outlook tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, the Miami Heat, they're pretty scary, I think. They're just basketball team. They function very, very well as a team through Jimmy Butler. I mean, they don't have I wouldn't say they have a big three. They just have Jimmy Butler and then a bunch of other guys that just work really well together and play through Jimmy Butler, which is pretty cool to watch sometimes. But I mean, I think of James Harden and Joel Embiid pick and roll is just going to be unstoppable. I mean, who in the NBA right now is going to be able to guard both of those guys? I mean, you got to pick your poison there.
Yeah, that's what's so great. Because I mean, obviously right now the Sixers are playing the Milwaukee Bucks as we're streaming this, and I read in the chat right before the game, right before we went live, that the Bucks were triple teaming Embiid.
Oh my God!
Obviously, what else would they do? Especially the way with this team right now with no Drummond, no Seth Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously, but guess what?
Yeah, do it while you can.
You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to use three defenders on two guys with the Sixers once we've got, or three defenders on one guy. My apologies. Once we've got James Harden out there. He's going to draw a double team. Then there's Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid draws a double team. He kicks it out to James Harden. And guess what? Oh, they both get double teamed. That's not good.
That's not.
They'll use one guy to cover three people. Then there's Matisse Thybulle making a run to the rack. James Harden throws a lob. That's a dunk. So here's the thing. This team is going to function beautifully with James Harden. Yeah. We finally have, we were talking about earlier this season just how it's been nice. Even though the team's not as good, I suppose, as it was when Ben Simmons was playing at his best, it is nice to see a team that is functional in the half court. It's nice to see a team that has a primary ball handler that can dribble up the court and do more than just pass it off or drive to the basket. You know, it is nice to finally have a more traditional basketball team, I guess, even with Joel Embiid doing what he does, not being a real center, but at least having some semblance of actual offense instead of whatever it was that we've been doing for the past 4 years. It's been nice to actually watch real basketball, and James Harden's going to make that even more fun to watch.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. I mean, it's just so great to have a guy like James Harden. I mean, Seamus G is saying he's underrated as a facilitator, and I fully agree. He'll be racking up the assists. I think he'll be able to get more assists on this team than he would have been able to on the Nets. I mean, he can pass it off to Joel Embiid. It'll be awesome. Like the pick and that dude. I keep coming back to the pick and roll. Like the pick and roll is just going to be so good.
It's going to be lethal.
It's gonna be so fun to watch. And I don't know, the argument about, Seth Curry, you're gonna miss Seth Curry more than you think you are. Well, we just got James Harden in that deal as well. So I don't know, he's just as good a shooter as Seth Curry. I mean, maybe not percentage wise, but you're not gonna leave James Harden open.
No,
that's
no,
not
you're
how
not.
it works.
If you do that, he's gonna make the shot.
Yeah, he's gonna make the shot. And the other argument that there's only so many points to go around. I mean, whatever.
That's
the
fine.
Points are going to get scored either way. So
we have now what's great now is that we now have Tobias Harris where he needs to be.
Yes.
That he is now in the role where he thrived last year as the third. Well, really, he wasn't the third scoring option, but he was the third option on offense. He was a more second scoring option. But now that he's in a less demanding role with less of a spotlight on him from opposing defenses, from a coaching staff watching tape, now they're going to have to devote so much time and attention to stopping that Joel Embiid, James Harden tandem that Tobias Harris is going to hurt guys, or hit them where it hurts, really is what I'm trying to say. He's really going to surprise teams what he's going to be able to do. I mean, last year when he was that third option, we were clamoring for him to be an all-star selection, and I think he deserved it over Ben Simmons last year. I think recency bias played a bit, and I said that's not a post-trade, post-Ben Simmons take. You remember I said that. I said that, and you know me, big Ben Simmons guy, up until very recently. Heartbreak Hotel, there it is.
I fully agree with you about the Tobias Harris stuff. I mean, I look at that as let me put it in football terms. Tobias Harris is going to be that running back that you rely on to take pressure off of your quarterback. You hand the ball off to him, take some pressure off of your star player, and he'll be able to get the job done. It's not a demanding role at this point, but it's still an important role, and I think he's going to fill that in really, really nicely. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh yeah, man, you're dead right. It's not demanding, but it's vital to the success of the team. And this is one thing that I've been thinking about with basketball recently. It's just I'm gonna go, okay, what if like James Harden or Joel Embiid, God forbid, they can't play, they get hurt or something. How does that impact our title chances? And then I realized I was like, you know what? Most teams, if they lost one of their star players, they're not winning a title. How is it? We've now in the super team era been like, oh, well, now there are teams that can win without an all-star because they have two other ones. That's like, it's so crazy to me that for a second I was thinking that the Sixers, like, oh, what if one of our star players goes down? Like, holy shit. No shit, you're going to lose. That's how it should happen. And that did happen to the Nets in the playoffs last year. Seamus, she's letting us know. It's 100. So it is funny how my brain shifted. I was like, damn, we don't have that third all-star caliber player. And I was like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to. That's never been what basketball is supposed to be. It's a fucking team sport. It's not just three dudes. But it is funny how kind of expectations for what a championship roster is supposed to be has changed with the Celtics, LeBron, that Golden State team with potentially 4 all-stars. Like that was just grotesque, the amount of just talent on those rosters. But that's I think that's kind of fading away now. I think we're going to start seeing more duos. We're going to see, like you said, Jimmy Butler in the and the Heat functioning as just a really talented team around one star that is the nucleus there in Jimmy Butler. It's that Heat way, man. The way they run that organization, the way their teams play, the way Spoelstra coaches them.
Yeah, Spoelstra is the man.
He's incredible. He's incredible. He really is. And you see him take a Heat team that you take a look at them. Yeah, they're fine. Like on paper, they're a decent basketball team, but they play above what they're supposed to because of the way that they do things there. So I do think that we are going to see that start to permeate the league. Only have 1 or 2 all-stars as guys start to realize maybe the super team route isn't always the way to go.
Yeah. So regarding the trade itself, Ryan, I was super impressed with Daryl Morey's ability to keep both Tyrese Maxey and Matisse Thybulle. And I'm gonna ask you this question in regards to that. So who do you think we miss more in that trade, Seth Curry or Andre Drummond?
Dude, that's really difficult because they both play kind of vital roles on this team. Andre Drummond was the best backup center Joel Embiid has ever had.
Yep.
So obviously we're going to miss him. I mean, we're going to hopefully find someone in the buyout market. Paul Millsap can play some backup 5. So it's not going to hurt us that bad, but we are but I do think it is going to be Seth Curry. And I mean, he did drop like 30 points in the playoffs. Granted, he got given like 27 by, Ginger Jesus or whatever his name, Kevin Huerter. Yeah. I mean, he got cooked so bad. The guys on the Hawks started calling Huerter Kayvon. Like that's how much he was balling. That's a real thing. I'm not joking. It's not like not an off-color joke at all. It's just a fact. John Collins was calling him Kayvon in the press conference after the game, after he handed Seth Curry 30 points. So that's how much he was balling against Seth Curry. So we're not going to miss that defense as much. But when he's on, and obviously James Harden is kind of like if you fuse Ben Simmons and Seth Curry together and average out their heights, you could probably get something close to James Harden with the ball handling, with the passing and shooting.
I agree.
We're gonna miss that guy, the spot up shooter, just to kick it out to.
Yeah, you're right. I think so. I'm gonna push back a little bit. I think it's Andre Drummond that we would miss the most, purely because one, I think we make up the Seth Curry shots a little bit with James Harden with his shooting ability, and then his better ability to facilitate, like we said earlier. So I think that makes up for the Seth Curry part, but we do not have a decent backup center. I mean, I don't even know who our backup center is at this point. Do you know who is it?
It's Paul Reed. Charles Bassey, like that second round pick from last year, who did lock up Kevin Durant low key. I want to say, was it? Or no, it was Giannis. It was Giannis.
Yeah,
he swatted Giannis' shit at the rim. But those are young guys that aren't. They're not Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond is a starting caliber.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Drummond is a starting caliber center in this league, and he's going to start. He's going to start for the Nets, which and that's brutal. That's the one thing that's made it difficult. I mean, obviously, I'm happy that this trade happened, but it's hard to reconcile. Obviously, doing a trade with a conference rival towards the top of the table with us that we're going to be likely facing in a playoff scenario. It is just an interesting thing to have. Yeah, obviously, and it's not like a minor trade. It's not like trading role players for picks and stuff. This is a blockbuster all-star for all-star plus picks plus a package deal with the team that could be what keeps us from winning.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing for me with losing Andre Drummond is that I think Embiid is going to have to play a lot more minutes, and I don't know. I'm sure he can handle it, but I'm very wary of injury and his ability to be conditioned to the fact that he's going to have to play like a lot more minutes, just because we don't have that reliable center where he can just come in and rest for a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. I mean, don't get me wrong. Embiid's conditioning has improved miles. Since he's come into the league. Now that he knows that he's got to be on the floor for most of the game because he's the top 5 player in the league, and he's just got to be out there. That's the reality. But the fact that he won't be able to rest as much, man, I don't know. We'll see, and that also might hurt his MVP candidacy. So
dude, that's the thing too with this whole Joel Embiid stuff right now. So obviously, front runner for MVP right now. However, DeMar DeRozan is on his heels. Yep. Jokic is still Jokic. Yeah. I mean, dude, look. So obviously, I got my shit rocked by the Serbs in the comments of that one video that we posted, which is fine. But now that I've obviously Joel Embiid has been incredible and it continue to be incredible and is deserving to be the front runner for the MVP. But dude, Jokic gets completely forgotten.
Yeah,
he does get completely forgotten. It's he does get done a little dirty. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't care because it advances my agenda.
Either.
Yeah, it advances my Joel Embiid agenda, so that's fine. But it's still fucked.
I think it's just because he's not as flashy, as Embiid. He's not making
he's not
crazy
as physically
plays.
Dominant.
Yeah, he's not as physically dominant. He's not as he's fun to watch, but he's not nearly as fun to watch as Joel Embiid is.
No, because Joel's like hitting step backs, dunking on people. I mean, Jokic he's putting up points and making great passes, but he's doing it like standing still.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just not he's not gonna jump up and dunk on somebody and like flex on him. He's gonna. Dude, speaking of Jokic, you see which Morris did he blow up?
I get them mixed up all the time. So
he's still injured.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's assault. Nikola Jokic should be facing criminal charges right now. He broke a dude's. He fractured his vertebrae or something.
Oh God.
What a fucking asshole.
That was this year, right?
That was this year.
It felt like so long ago.
It was in October or November.
It was very early.
It was 2-3 months ago. Wow, that shit's crazy. But dude, I am worried that Joel Embiid is going to get hosed. I'm worried if he misses any time, he's going to get hosed for MVP. It's going to go to DeRozan or Jokic. He's not going to get that first team All NBA. He's going to be second team again because they can't have 2 centers in the first team, even though he doesn't even play center. He's a basically plays like a 2 guard. Like it's I say it seriously, but it's a joke, but it's serious. He does play like a guard. But it's crazy just how these kind of little voting quirks have kind of kept him from achieving some of the NBA's highest accolades. So hopefully this year he gets the MVP. He gets that first team All-NBA, flip-flops with what happened with him and Jokic last year. And then, we go into next year as kind of the rubber match. Who reigns supreme? I could dig that. I'm sure the NBA could dig that as well. So we'll see. But Joel's just got to keep doing what Joel's doing, and and James Harden is going to elevate Joel Embiid. That's the thing too. That's what's fucking terrifying, Sam, is that Joel Embiid is going to get better playing with James Harden.
It's gonna be just when you didn't think that it could get any better. It's about to, and it's gonna be a sight to see, man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to sit down and watch some Sixers games now. I'm excited.
Dude, just look at the lineups that we were watching this year, even with Joel Embiid on the floor. Starting lineup: Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris. That's a good team. It's a good basketball team, but it's not James Harden on your basketball team. Now, because teams every week or every night, they game plan for Joel Embiid and pretty much Joel Embiid alone for the Sixers. Obviously you're going to have the game plan for Tyrese Maxey, but as a team, you need to figure out how to at least slow down Joel Embiid. You can't focus on him like that anymore. You just can't do it. You cannot.
Yeah. Who do you think in a playoff sense, who do you think teams are going to try? So, teams will be like, we're not going to let this guy beat us. We're going to let the rest of the guys beat us. But you can't do that with two guys like James Harden and Joel Embiid. So who do they pick to be like, hey, we're not going to let James Harden / Joel Embiid beat us? Like who is it?
It just depends on their personnel. Just depends on the matchups, especially when it comes playoff time. Here's the thing. Joel Embiid is a dominant big man, but if he goes up against at least a semi-decent big man, that makes life a little more difficult for him. But there are so many teams that have centers that aren't even 7 foot, and they're just going to get bullied by Joel Embiid. The moment he goes up against a 7-foot guy, I'm not saying that he crumbles or anything. He's not like Ben Simmons in the playoffs, but it's no longer just automatic buckets all night long. Yep. So then guys like DeAndre Ayton will give him a little more trouble. I still think that Joel Embiid is head and shoulders above Ayton, but that will be a matchup that, it's a little more intense for Joel Embiid. It's more effort to get buckets against Ayton than it is to get against whoever the Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's 7 foot tall, but that kid's footwork looks like me playing Twister. It's a problem. It looks like me at a bar mitzvah, and I only went to one. So I didn't even get practice in.
You only went to one bar mitzvah and you went to Harvard?
Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know what I did.
Wow.
I don't know what I did.
I feel like Seamus and Pierce went to like 80.
I don't know, man. I think
I've never been to one. I went to Catholic school, so
they must have got a vibe from me. I don't know what I did.
I can't see how they come to that conclusion. I don't know. Yeah, this must be some of the jokes that
they made me the way I am today. No, but that's regardless. That's regardless of what we're talking about here. Sam, the Sixers are so exciting. We managed to talk 24 minutes without bringing up that 48-point drubbing at the hands of the Boston Celtics. Just real quick, fuck that game. Doesn't matter. Completely irrelevant, right?
Nope. That
doesn't matter. Total fluke.
It's what they call a fish at the bottom of the ocean.
They lost to the fucking nice. They lost to the fucking Pistons last night.
Wow.
The Celtics. Fuck them. It's the regular season. I do not give a fuck about the regular season anymore.
We do not care.
Damn right. We do not care. We do not care that we lost to the Celtics by 48 points. We do not care that it's the second worst. No, it is the worst loss the Sixers have ever had to the Celtics. It's the worst loss in the series between the Sixers and Celtics all time. 48 points. Doesn't matter in the fucking slightest.
Cares.
Basketball is not real until James Harden is in a Sixers uniform. Simply put, no question about it. Bangerang. Sam, we're going to move right into the Doghouse, brought to you by Wide Plank Floor Supply. Visit their website at www.wideplank.floorsupply.com. Get a recommendation for a contractor. Get a quote. Wide Plank Floor Supply. If it's wide, they've got it. I didn't have a smooth segue there, Sam. I didn't have my normal, oh, you know what does this? That's
It's
related
okay.
to hardwood floors. Hardwood floors. I didn't do my, I didn't have one.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. But Sam, irregardless of my own issues, what do you got? Who do you got in the doghouse?
I've got Nets fans in the doghouse right now,
Get 'em in there.
solely because of the amount of people that I've seen just like on NBA Twitter, like posting, like being like it's all well and good being excited about the new trade acquisition you just got, Ben Simmons and stuff, but they're posting his NBA Summer League highlights from 6 years ago as if he's the same player that he like. I mean, he basically is the same player, but like not to that. No, it's just
He's worse.
He's worse. He's worse. He definitely has regressed as a player, and the fact that they have to reach all the way back for those highlights is just sad. It's very sad. So you can get right in the doghouse. It's a pretty quick one for me today. Pretty succinct. So
I'm with you, Sam. I'm with you there. They're crazy.
That's just absurd. I mean, I don't know. Like obviously, James Harden isn't the same player that he was like with OKC. Like he's not the MVP caliber player that he was like with the Rockets. Like we're not going to be posting like when he was tearing it up with the Rockets or with the Thunder. Like it's
Post
just
a little bit.
Yeah, but not to the degree that the Nets fans were posting like the NBA. I saw one time like at the trade deadline. I was scrolling through. I'm like, where have these? Like I've seen these highlights so many times. Like it's
dude. It was even when Philly was going through its Ben Simmons apologist phase. We weren't sharing clips from Summer League.
No.
We would send them to each other like, oh, you remember when he was that?
Yeah.
Not, oh, this could be what he is soon. No fucking sir. No, that's never been the case when we send those Summer League highlights anymore. It's a remember when. It's a what could have been, not a what he will be. You dumb fucks.
Yep.
Get in the doghouse. And Sam, I've got some. It's kind of in the same vein. I got the national media in the doghouse. It's very similar to they're basically doing the same thing that Nets fans are doing. You got people like Mina Kimes, people like Dan Lebitard, people all across Fox Sports 1, ESPN, even some people that I like, but they were talking mad shit about Ben Simmons his entire time in Philadelphia. And then after his stupid fucking press conference in which he said nothing, in which he had so many tense changes in one sentence, what he said was completely illegible, made zero sense at all. Talking about stuff that is happening, will happen, happened in the past, all in one. I'm like, what are you even saying, Ben? You're tripping over your own words here, you dumb fuck. Did you even practice? But that's neither here nor there. That's not what I'm mad about. What I am mad about is the fact that now all of a sudden Ben Simmons is like one of the best players ever. Ben Simmons is the sky's the limit. Ben Simmons is not the player that we've seen the last 5 years. He's a completely different guy almost is what I'm seeing. And you get that combined with the national media trying to play off the fact that, oh, Philly fans are so. I'm like, meanwhile, Philadelphia fans were backing this guy up. Not all of us. You were. I'm sure that he wasn't concerned about what you were saying, but you were definitely anti-Ben Simmons, and rightfully so. But I was knee deep in the Kool-Aid. You know, I was up to my eyes in the Kool-Aid. It was bad. So millions of us, maybe not millions, we're defending Ben Simmons. We're defending the virtues of Ben Simmons on Twitter, on any possible platform. We defended him from these onslaught from the national media. Meanwhile, then they go, oh, Philly fans were so mean to him. I'm like, you were literally the ones being dickheads this entire time. You were literally the ones tweeting about how he looks so timid in these playoff games. And of course, the Philly Twitter brigade just let everybody fucking have it. Let everybody have it on Tuesday. It was incredible to watch. Just have everyone pull their seats. But the national media needs to figure it the fuck out.
And side note, doghouse. I'm gonna throw Ben Simmons himself in the doghouse because all of a sudden his mental problems just are not a thing anymore. His mental health issues that he claimed to have during his while he was sitting out, and now he's like, I feel better now. I'm ready to play. That's complete and utter bullshit. It's like
what a weenie. What a weenie.
Yeah, and
There's a kid right now. He's sad. He's struggling with something real serious. And I don't know what it is. He's out there. He's having a real rough time. And it's clear it's weighing on him. And there are kids in school thinking it's fake, thinking it's bullshit because of Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling him Ben Simmons behind his back right now.
Yep.
And that's the biggest issue I have with it is what he did to secure money for himself ended up setting the conversation around mental health back God knows how long. Granted, now we know that there are flaws in the way that we look at things and there are ways for us to improve moving forward, but Ben Simmons has done no favors for anybody. If he comes out is an incredible player and can shoot, that's not him sticking it to us. That's just proof that he is an asshole. That's proof that he is a petulant child that cares about nobody but himself. And it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear. So Ben Simmons, I actually would like to nominate Ben Simmons to be a lifetime member of the Doghouse.
Yep. He joins the likes of Matt Klentak and who else do we usually
probably who went in there?
I don't know. There was definitely some more.
There were more.
There. Yeah, there was definitely some more.
There were definitely some more.
Howie Roseman was in there for a little bit, but I think he's
out now. He's good.
He's found his way out. Damn, who else is in there? I'm really trying to think. I don't know. Somebody else on the Phillies. I can't remember.
Maybe Kapler. It doesn't matter.
I think it was
that Ben Simmons is in there. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is in there. I'm kidding, but wow. Regardless, that's been the Doghouse, brought to you by Wide Plank Floor Supply. Visit their website at www.wideplankfloorsupply.com. Get a recommendation for a contractor. Get a quote. Wide Plank Floor Supply. If it's wide, they've got it. Check out their showroom in King of Prussia. They got fucking planks out the wazoo.
Yeah, dude.
It was cool. Is that correct? Out the wazoo?
Out the wazoo. I was going to go with a different
yang.
word. I was going to go with another word, but that wazoo works as well. So
wazoo.
Yeah, wazoo.
Hey, man, I don't want to. I know the Glavin parents will tune in occasionally. I don't want them appalled like during that Super Bowl halftime show. So right along. Sam, do you have any updates? Do you have any updates for us on the MLB lockout front? Any word?
Yeah, I do. So today's meeting was rather short, as most of them have been. It was approximately 15 minutes long, where they decided that, okay, we're not going to get anything done here today, so we're going to set a hard deadline for ourselves for February 28th so that the season can start on time. I think it's all a load of shit, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't think that a hard deadline is going to do anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going on in those rooms, so it's all hearsay. But yeah, it's the MLB and the Players Association decided that for the season to start on time, they are going to have a resolution by the 28th, and so looks like we're not going to start on time.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what the deal
nobody
is
does
with the dude. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like they build up the courage to go. You know what this is? We know what this is. Them getting a deal done, them making these concessions is like when you're going to break up with a girlfriend and you go, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today. And then you hang out and you don't do it. And then
you do some other stuff.
Like,
and then
I'm going to do it again. And then you push it back. I'm going to yeah, that's exactly what it is. That hard deadline's not going to do shit. We're not seeing any baseball. But Sam, this is what I didn't realize this, or you can correct me if I'm wrong here. Is it true that the minor league teams still play?
Yes.
Because I know they're not a part of the Major League Players Association, obviously, because they're not in the major leagues. But so you're telling me I go to a Pigs game?
Yeah, fully go to a Pigs game.
What's everyone bitching about then?
Because it's not everybody has the Pigs game to go to.
Dude, there are so many there are more minor league teams in America than there are major league teams.
Yeah, I know. I guess it's just not the same. It's like,
I get it's not the same, but you know what? Honestly, let the millionaires and billionaires lose money. Fuck them. Let them argue. Let them do this dumb little dance and fist each other or whatever they're doing under the table. I don't know why I said that.
I don't know either.
I don't know where that came from, but
oh man,
my point is,
dude, we could
like
hit
either side. I don't like anybody. If they're making more money than me, I don't like them, and that's pretty much everybody that makes any money. So
it's a lot of people, I know.
I don't like a lot of people, Sam. I think that's pretty clear.
No, we could
Oh,
totally hit a
God.
Pigs game if you want to. You know what the Phillies should have done? They should have foreseen. So everybody knew this lockout was going to happen. They should have sent. They should have sent some people. They should have DFA'd some people. Get some reps in. Get some game reps in. Like go down to Clearwater. Maybe do a little. They're doing like a mini camp right now with a bunch of the young players. I saw Bryson Stott is like absolutely killing it right now. It looks like he's going to be. Looks like he's going to get the call up to the Bigs if they can figure out the young player compensation anytime soon. But that's one of the big notes on the docket there for the negotiations. But yeah, apparently he was just peppering line drives like all over the baseball field, like off pitchers, and just absolutely raking. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully he will be able. I don't think that he was officially called up before the negotiations started, before the lockout started. So I think he should be able to get some game reps in for with the Pigs at least. Hopefully, maybe with the Red, but I would rather the Iron Pigs. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. Yeah, but I would have loved to see like Rhys Hoskins DFA'd, or obviously like Bryce Harper doesn't need to be DFA'd, but like you go just for like a little bit,
Yeah, why not?
Bring him back up.
Just, fudge the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you see today that my favorite Phillies prospect, Mick Abel, aka Mickable Ultra, yeah,
that's gotta be a thing. We gotta get that trending, right?
We get that on a shirt.
Yeah, we gotta get that on a shirt. Hey, Drew, what's up? Let's get
easily get that on a shirt.
Mickable Ultra.
Mickable Ultra. He said in an interview today, along the lines of just getting back to playing, blah blah blah. He said, "Trust the process." And what's funny is "trust the process" is a phrase that I'm sure people said all the time before the process, but now it's been forever tainted. Or not tainted, but
no, it's imprinted or what?
It's been imbued with meaning.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, anytime anybody says that, like without the context of Philadelphia sports in any way, I'm like, yeah. Trust the process.
Yeah,
like
I remember it's like in classes, you just got to trust the process. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you fucking do. Absolutely. Now, Sam,
Ryan,
I hate to say this. I hate to be the guy to bring this up.
Oh boy,
but it is draft season.
It is draft season,
and I'm not ready to get into the nitty gritty.
You're not ready to start talking player names because I got a couple right on the top of my noggin right now that I'm ready.
You got a couple on the top of your noggin. Are they the usual suspects? Who do you got?
I really want that Nakobe Dean kid.
Yeah, that's the name I'm comfortable talking about right now. At any one of those picks, give me Nakobe Dean.
Yes, that is what I want. The whole first round to be defense.
Yes.
Just defense. That's it. Nothing else. And you know what? They should all be from Georgia. All of them.
Yep.
They should all be from Georgia. I don't know there's one of the defensive backs and the other defensive lineman or linebacker. Their name escapes me because I'm so focused on bringing Nakobe Dean to Philadelphia that it just doesn't even matter. But just draft that whole defense. Honestly, we'll just put the 2022 Georgia defense on the field for the Eagles. Mix in like Fletcher Cox and Darius Slay and stuff, and we'll call it. That's an NFL defense right there.
Dude, their defense was crazy good, and I'm with you. All three of those. Fuck it. I mean, worst case scenario, draft someone from Alabama. Worst case.
Yeah, fine. But let's stay within the realms of the SEC if we want to put a border on it.
Can we do that? Wait a minute. Was it Seamus G that sent us that mock draft with all Pac-12 play?
Yes,
can you pull that up or like just DM the link and we can read it out loud because this was fucking triggering to me. This was
horrible.
He sent it over and I read it. I think it was in the morning or something. Or I woke up from a nap or something, but I had just woken up and I thought it was a dream. Yeah. And I was trying to actually wake up. I thought it was a nightmare, but alas, it was not. It was all too real.
Mm-hmm.
All too real.
All too real. And there it is. Oh my God.
Fucking God. All right. Let me take it. So we got Devin Lloyd, Utah linebacker, Drake London. Oh, Get the fuck out of my face with
A
this.
wide receiver from the Pac-12
From USC at 16.
God.
Hold on. What spot was Nelson Aguilar?
Nelson, I was going to bring. I was exactly what I was
think
going
he
to bring up was Nelson Aguilar.
Was he 15?
He was definitely like 15, 16, 17. Like that's.
Oh
that's
my
where he was.
god! Oh my god! Let me see. Let me pull this John up. Where was he?
Oh, it's awful.
Okay, he was 20. But
20?
that's even worse
It's
then.
like worse.
No, don't do that. Let's not do this, man. Let's not do any of that. Let's get to Kobe Dean. Let's get Jordan Davis. If we go linebacker, edge rusher, defensive tackle, or linebacker, edge rusher,
cornerback,
corner,
yeah,
or defensive back of some kind,
Mhm.
ideally corner, that would be massive. That would be,
That'd be
and
so
then we can
big.
figure it out from there. Then we get an offensive lineman in the second round. We may need to get an offensive lineman in the first, depending on Jason Kelsey's decision making, and so we are going to have to see on that front. But if we go 2 out of 3 of those first round picks on defense, that would be huge. Now, the other thing we could do, Sam, this is the problem. It's the problem. So there are some quarterbacks across the league that aren't happy in their current situation. Are we going to go get one?
Nope.
No?
I knew exactly where you were going with that from the beginning.
Kyler Murray.
I don't want
you don't want Kyler Murray?
I don't want to give up any huge collateral there. Like,
what if you go Jalen Hurts, 2 of those 3 first round picks, someone else maybe? I don't know. No, that's a no from you.
That's a no
I agree,
from me, Doug.
I fucking agree.
Yeah,
fuck that shit. No, we're drafting all these guys in the first round. I'm done. We're not a quarterback away right now.
No.
We're not. We're just not. We are simply not. I'm so happy that you answered that way because we're not Tampa Bay. All right. We're not Los Angeles last year. We're not the Rams. We can't just bring a guy in and, everything else is sorted. We got fucking holes.
Super Bowl.
We got holes fucking everywhere on this team right now, dude. We are a wild card team. That's this team ceiling right now.
Yep.
You put Kyler Murray on this team, guess what? He doesn't have a lot of fun. He does not have a lot of fun on this football team. Maybe
I just don't see how you can bring. I don't see how you can justify bringing in like a very like Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts are 2 very, very similar quarterbacks.
They're not.
And
Kyler Murray is so much better than Jalen Hurts.
I don't know. I think their game is very similar, man.
Dude, not even close. It's not even close. Kyler Murray is so much better than Jalen Hurts, but I still don't want it.
Jalen Hurts could get there though. That's the thing.
No, he can't.
I think he could. I think he can. He's got a very high ceiling. Very high ceiling.
I think he's pretty close to the ceiling, in my opinion. I think he's pretty close. That's the thing. This is and we'll find this out, Sam. I'm comfortable with this year. Draft, build a team around Jalen Hurts, and we'll see how he does. I'm not proposing we move him because what the fuck then? What? Okay, cool. Oh, we traded for Russell Wilson. We trade all our first round picks. We get Russell Wilson, and guess what?
Really want
Jason Kelsey retires. Oh no, we're fucked.
I want to use all 3 of these draft picks. I want to use every single one of them.
But Howie doesn't do that, right?
I know he doesn't. Maybe he uses one to. I know. Maybe he uses one to move up a couple slots.
But I want him to use all 3. I'm with you, bro.
I know. I want to have 3 first round draft picks. Like I want to use all of them, and I want them to be all filled by defensive players, all that play for the University of Georgia.
Makes sense. That's such a good draft strategy. I don't know why we're not draft day consultants. I don't know why we're not in the war room.
We should be. We wouldn't be in this mess if we were, Ryan. We
would have taken Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
And then we would have taken Denzel Mims. We would have and we would be elite. We would be an elite.
What the hell is Denzel Mims even doing anymore? I haven't heard a lick about him.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been injured the whole time, but the Jets are high on him, bro. Because otherwise they would have.
Because that's I want to see those coaches, those player developers. They really know what they're doing over there in New York.
Hey man. Fuck me. Oh my God. Well, Sam, do you have any other Eagles draft points, or are we gonna head over into the new segment?
we can head over right into the news segment.
You want to do a little intro to the segment, Sam?
I do. So very recently, I have gotten into UFC fighting. Mainly the last. I only watched the last fight. It was Seamus G. Come on in here.
Yeah, I don't know why shit. Yeah,
come on in. But I used to have a not a strong disdain. What's up, Seamus? I never had a strong disdain for the UFC, but I always thought it was kind of stupid. And because I wanted boxing, just regular boxing, to be as big as the UFC, just regular, fists, just fists and stuff. And then I watched this fight. I watched all of the. I sat down after practice on, what was it, Saturday, Friday?
It was Saturday.
It was Saturday. I sat down after I got back from practice, and we had a stream up, and we watched every single undercard fight, and then we watched all of the main event fights, and then the main event with Adesanya and Whitaker, and I did not move from that couch for 4 hours. I watched all of them. And
the product they put out,
man. Electric. It was electric. So we're introducing a new segment, and it's called Sam's Corner. And I'm gonna get better at the analysis part of this. This is a test run. We're gonna do the best we can, but there was some real cage rattlers in there, man. It was
slobber knockers.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Specifically the obviously the Adesanya and Whitaker fight was great. I mean, I thought that it was
total slugfest.
It was. I mean, they were just going at it, and I thought that maybe Whitaker needed a knockout to beat Adesanya. That's what he needed. If he went all 5, which is huge. I think he only went 2 or 3, like the last time that they met.
Oh jeez, I forget which.
Yeah, but oh man, it was just so fun to watch.
I thought Adesanya's hand was hurt.
It was, dude. He definitely hurt his hand. He was favoring it. He was holding it. It was crazy. And I thought Whitaker was doing real well with the takedowns. And that was one way that he was going to have to win, but because he wasn't going to beat him in regular boxing, because his Adesanya's reach was like, I want to say
7 inches.
I was going to say 7 or 8 inches longer than his, which is
and he's precise, man.
That's
like
fun.
He's a precision striker versus just like the guys before, like the fight right before. It was like the big boys, and they were just getting after it. It was very different fight. Sam, what was your favorite fight of the night?
I'm looking. I gotta find the names. Hold on. That's the other thing. I gotta get better with the names. Hold on. Let's. So this.
I gotta say, my favorite fight was the one right before that Israel Adesanya fight.
Yeah, it was the Derek
Lewis.
I
didn't like. That's
the heavyweight. Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa, and Derek Lewis came in as the heavy favorite, and Tai Tuivasa knocked him on his ass with that forearm shiver. That's a big Joe Glavin phrase right there.
He was
the forearm shiver.
Good night.
Good night. That was awesome.
Dude, straight up face.
And how'd he come out, Sam? What song did he come out to?
He came out to all girls just want to have fun. Dude, that was electric.
That's one of the funniest things.
He's got, what's this guy's nickname? By the there's
Bam
Derek
Bam.
Lewis. No,
Derek
so
Lewis?
tied to Avasa is Bam Bam, but Derek Lewis I think his nickname is like the Black Beast or something like that. So dude, I swear to God, like I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Need that Drewski react video.
And and he comes out to face Tai Tuivasa. Bam Bam, first of all, comes out to girls just want to have fun to face the Black Beast. And
we gotta look this up.
That was just the best thing ever. Like it was, I wanted this guy to win, like from the get-go. And then he got knocked down once. I was like, oh shit, like this isn't gonna go.
Yeah,
well.
he got hurt, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, and then he just flipped the script, got Lewis in the corner of that octagon right there, and just pow. Pow. Can't confirm the nickname is the Black Beast.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't get that wrong, right?
It's a different world. Fighting's a different world. I don't know.
It is.
I
don't know. That wouldn't fly in my anthropology class. No. But
the first fight that I watched that night was a girl from Wilmington, Delaware, who was her last fight versus just like some other upstart from Great Britain. And Sam had some thoughts about it's a little bit strange that like this girl just like took her glasses off, so she can't exactly see in the ring.
I was skeptical coming into that fight, and maybe for some.
She did what?
She took off her glasses.
She took obviously she can't like fight with glasses on. Like I get
but have contacts.
Yeah, I was gonna say invest in some contact lenses. Maybe that could be like a pretty cool sponsorship opportunity there.
Those probably get popped out, dude. If you get hit, if you get hit good enough, though. I mean, I hate to be that guy.
You got to at least try, though, right?
I mean, maybe here's the thing. Also, here's what it could be. It could be the blurriness. It like kind of dehumanizes your opponent, so you're more willing to just beat the fuck out of them. It's like that Black Mirror episode.
Oh man, yeah,
hey,
it was electric.
That's analysis. That's analysis.
Right there.
It was funny because you guys were texting back and forth about the entire undercard. I was not home. I was out in Center City on a romantic excursion, and I'm looking at my phone, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Sam and Seamus are talking about the UFC." I didn't know either of them liked it. I was like, I know Seamus liked the video game. I know we played UFC 3 a couple of times. But I didn't know he was. And you guys were both so into it. I was like, fuck, I want to like see what's going on with these fights. Luckily, I got home just in time for the Derek Lewis fight, and then of course the main event. Dude, what a great night of camaraderie.
Yep,
for the boys, especially. I mean, a little FOMO, obviously, but for those last two fights,
FOMO in the group chat. That's real.
Dude, that's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. There was a point I was sitting there. I was like, when are they going to realize that I'm not?
I didn't care.
I was like,
should I just switch it over to the private?
I didn't think it would happen. I was like, it might happen.
No,
gotta hit the mute at that point, man.
Yeah. At that point, I put the whole phone on Do Not Disturb. I was like, I don't need to see anything. I was like, I don't need to see anything from anybody.
Laser focus, baby.
Yeah, man.
Eyes on the prize.
God. Fucking go. I'm gonna say go Tigers. Dude,
tough little loss for the Bengals, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
You doing okay?
I'm literally fine.
Okay.
I thought they had it, man. I thought they did.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see that? Did I send you guys the Bengals O-line like win rate or survival rate?
Yes.
That graph?
Oh, yes.
The graph was horrendous.
It was below average from the jump.
Yeah.
It was below. It wasn't even like, oh, they stayed with the curve for the first couple seconds and then it fell off. No, they sucked.
And it just got worse.
Joe Burrow got sacked on a third of his pass attempts in the second half, I want to say.
Pain.
He's the most sacked quarterback in playoff history by a wide margin. But then here's the thing that bothers me. People go, "Oh, shouldn't have drafted Jamar Chase." They don't make the playoffs without Jamar Chase. You fucking morons. You idiots. You idiots.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, and this is my final thought about the Super Bowl: is good teams win, great teams cover.
Yes, sir.
The Bengals covered, baby.
So the Bengals are a great team.
Bengals are a great team. I remember I was talking to people about it. I was like, look, I want the Bengals to win, but they're definitely covering. They're definitely.
That's what I thought too.
Joe Burrow always covers. That's not true. I don't know if that's accurate, but
no, they. I thought for some reason, like people thought that the Rams were going to blow them out. At least around where I was, that people thought the Rams were going to blow them out. I'm like, dude, the Bengals are going to cut like the 4.5 points is a lot. Like
their run defense was incredible as well.
Yeah,
it was that was the biggest surprise of the night for me. And without Odell Beckham, honestly, without OBJ going down, they probably win a little more handily. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it comes down to the final drive like it did. And that's coming from, the fucking Bengals fucking expert here. Not expert. Not an expert.
I know what you mean.
Whatever the
I'd
opposite
put the
is.
banner up, but like I'm juggling a couple things.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not.
Did you guys feel bad for OBJ when he went down?
Yeah, I did. I didn't. I felt bad.
Knock
I just
on
don't
wood
like
or
seeing
something.
guys get non-contact injuries on turf when it's so easily fucking avoidable.
That's true. The turf stuff is bullshit, and I fully agree with that. It should just be grass. Like grass is just so much better. Like,
They're in fucking LA. All right,
it's
it's
an
not
easy
like
thing. Yeah.
it's literally so easy for you to fucking grow grass. It is the perfect weather year round. Meanwhile, Lambeau has grass. What's your fucking excuse?
Yeah. Seriously.
Fucking morons.
It's like playing on concrete during the playoffs, though.
Dude, watching old highlights of the vet, looking at that turf, dude, that was literally just like a carpet. That shit is fucked. That is not cool at
Stupid
all.
thin.
It's just not. It wasn't anything. I'd almost rather just play on the concrete. I don't even need the. I don't want the illusion of safety. Like, I need to know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
I guess. That's funny. You guys got anything else?
We got a little bit of Flyers.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts? Well, all right. So I got Seamus Says, and the title of this one is the PCCC, a little homage to the DCCC. It is called the Philadelphia Chip Chasers Coalition, co-owned by Joel Hans Embiid and James Edward Harden to accomplish the city's mission. All who oppose need to recite their act of contrition to bring them back to the light. The future is bright. After years of scandal, Lori to Morey, the mantle's been passed. Trust the process because we're no longer last.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are very good at that shit, Seamus.
Yes, sir.
I give you that's art.
I love the experimentation, the playing with style and meter and timbre and all of these things and all these words that I'm using when I say them.
Oh my gosh, timbre. We love
timbre.
I'm gonna need next year. I got a challenge for you next time, Seamus.
Jeez, all right,
a little bit of iambic pentameter.
Yo, dude.
Okay.
All right, dude. I'm gonna need a sonnet. I'm gonna need a full.
Give me some. Boom. That's what I need.
All right, I'll try. We'll see how it goes. I need to find a subject. I need a muse. Like
it's obviously going to be the pairing of James Harden and Joel Embiid. Now, this is my question to you guys. Obviously, All-Star break next week. Do we want to just not do an episode next week?
Maybe be able to get a little 10-minute pop. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll talk. That's post show. But I may not want to because the Philadelphia Flyers suck at hockey.
Dude,
true.
They're so bad.
They have lost once again to the Washington Capitals tonight. And
oh my god!
our 3 goals, 2 of them came from Gerald Mayhew. So I don't even know
a made up name.
At this point. Yeah,
that's a name you put on like a fraudulent tax return.
Exactly. It's a reference.
With this shit.
I don't know. I don't know.
It wasn't anywhere near the realm of like where my brain went.
I don't know. Right. Sometimes things happen in the old noggin. The synapse is fired.
Awesome.
Yeah, but we haven't won a game since the All-Star break. So that's tough. We have the longest homestand that we've ever had, or not ever had, since like the 90s or something. It's like 8 games straight, and I'm hoping we lose every single one of them because we are tanking. We're winless for right, baby.
Oh my god, dude, we are 15, 25, and 9 right now. That's what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. We left
heinous.
We left 9 points on the table. Like, we should just lose in regulation rather than overtime because
we need to stop going
to lose
overtime.
In overtime. You still get one of the 2 points, and we don't need any points.
No, I don't want a single point, dude. Let's do it, right? Let's fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
Let's here, let me look at these NHL standings here.
It's already unwatchable.
Oh fuck, dude, we're so close.
We're close.
Oh my god, dude, we're so close.
But if you think about it, there's 4 different divisions, so we are still like fifth.
No,
it's unbelievable how bad the Canadians are.
Dude, that's what I just saw.
Canadians.
9 wins, 33 losses, and then an extra 7 losses in overtime.
Yeah.
They're 9-40. What are they, the Detroit Pistons? That's horrible.
Yeah, man.
That's the team that gave us trouble in the fucking
in the bubble, right?
Well,
yeah.
Listen to this. They were in the Stanley League Cup Finals last year.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Who did they play?
They played the winner, which was the Lightning.
The Lightning. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so I'm learning more and more about the salary cap, and it turns out it's just like not real. So like players will leave and go on IR for like 2 months. So their salary isn't on the books. So like Mark Stone, one of the highest paid players on the Vegas Golden Knights, like dropped off the face of the earth because he's injured. Hope he gets better, obviously. But because of that, another one of the best players in the NHL was able to be activated from the IR in Jack Eichel.
Oh my God.
And then when the playoffs come around, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So he could just like be okay. Yeah, that's what happened with the Lightning and Kucherov last year.
That's fucking crazy. And
yeah,
look, I mean,
sketchy.
If those are the rules, those are the rules.
Yeah.
It's not. Do I agree with I don't think it's a good rule. No other league has that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna blame any. And obviously, I'm not an NHL buff. So if it's an unpopular opinion, so be it. No one's gonna care what I have to say. But nor should they.
I care.
You shouldn't.
It's a fault of mine.
You need to stop that right now.
It's a big fault of mine. Huge deficiency in my personality.
Serious issue. Oh my God. Hopefully, dude. Hopefully the Flyers can go get that first overall pick. I'm looking, and
it doesn't seem possible at this point because I honestly don't know if the Montreal Canadiens are going to get 6 more wins this year.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening. They have a minus 84 goal differential.
Who, the Flyers or the Canadiens?
The Canadiens.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Flyers are 47. Yeah, Flyers are 47, and that's not it.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. That's because of all the overtime losses.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked.
Yeah, man, all those shootout losses. I'm pretty sure we haven't won a shootout this year. Oh,
good.
Maybe we did like month 1, but yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys have checked the comments recently, but we just got some news. And apparently Embiid got hurt. I don't know what that's all about. And
can we verify this source?
Not the most reliable source, but sorry, Bob.
Love you, baby. Yeah. Pause.
I don't know. Anyways, I feel like it's a thing for next episode. We can
which may or may not be in 2 weeks, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But thank you very much for listening to this edition of the Wolves of Broad Street podcast. My name is Sam Glavin. You can follow me at SamGlavin06 and my fellow wartime consigliere Ryan Conway at RyanConway76 and at Shamelessly SG, Seamus G. Follow Wolves of Broad Street on all of the social medias at Wolves of Broad ST. Make sure you check out all those clips and stuff that Seamus G has been cooking up.